Hey you guys, I hope you're all having a great week and a great day. My name is Lana and welcome back to Power Yoga. Go ahead and grab your mat, grab some water, give yourself some space to move around. The only other thing that I might recommend during this class is an extra blanket because we are going to be doing a little bit of knee work. But if you're not in your room, you're somewhere you don't have a blanket, that's totally fine. We're just going to be rolling up our mat instead, making it a little bit thicker. So go ahead and grab your mat, grab that blanket if you want it, and we are going to start our practice today in a cross-legged position on our mats. Getting comfortable, maybe closing your eyes if that feels good to you. Palms can be facing up to receive energy or maybe down to quiet the noise. And here, just begin to become aware of your breath. Become aware of the inhale and the exhale, becoming aware of your body touching the mat, maybe any tightness you have in your shoulders. Starting off our practice today, we're going to be playing a little bit with a 3-part breath. So go ahead and take your right hand and place it over your chest, and take your left hand and place it over your belly. Here with our 3-part breath, on every inhale, we're going to be focusing on breathing into the belly, into the lungs, and then into the chest, filling from the bottom up, and hopefully using our hands to feel that as we breathe. So on your next exhale, releasing completely. And inhale, fill the belly, the lungs, and the chest. And exhale, release it all. Again, inhale, belly, lungs, chest, exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, fill the belly, the lungs, and the chest. Exhale, release. Return to your own breath. Maybe hands coming to rest back on the tops of your thighs. Maybe now that our minds are a little bit clearer, setting an intention for this practice today. Maybe you came to your mat to move your body, get a little bit of exercise after sitting in your chair all day. Maybe you're here to take a little mental break. Whatever it is, something that you can come back to throughout your practice today, something that you can meditate on and focus on. On your next inhale, gently begin to blink your eyes open. We are ready to begin our practice today. So starting with a little bit of side stretching and twisting. On your next inhale, go ahead and reach the arms up. And side stretching over to the right side. Allow the right hand to fall down to the mat, reaching through that left arm. On your next inhale, coming back up through center. And exhale over to the left side. Inhale back through center. Exhale over to the right. Don't worry about if the top of that left hip comes up off the mat. Inhale back up, exhale over. Just move at your own pace. Don't worry about pinning any of your body down. Back to the other side. And one last time over to that left side, reaching through. And coming back up through center, reaching the arms up and releasing them down. Go ahead and shake your legs out, and we're going to recross them our second favorite way. So you might have to cross, realize that's the way you did it the first time, and then recross the other way. Awesome job. Moving into some twists. On the inhale, go ahead and reach the arms up. And exhale over to the right side. Right hand comes to rest on the floor behind you. Left arm comes to rest on the right thigh. Gazing back towards the back wall. On every inhale, reaching up through the spine, and every exhale, sinking deeper into the twist. Again, inhale, lift through the spine. Exhale, twist deeper. One last time, inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Awesome job. Inhale back through center. Reach a little bit taller. Exhale over to the left. Left arm comes to rest on the floor behind you. Right arm rests on the left thigh. Just like on the other side, on the inhale, lift through the spine. On the exhale, sink deeper into the twist. Inhale to lift. Exhale to twist. One more time, inhale to lift. And exhale to twist. Inhale, come back through center, reach up a little bit taller. And exhale, release the arms down. We are going to shift over our knees, coming into a tabletop position. Shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. Finding a little bit of stability here. And first, just coming into a dynamic cat-cow. So on the inhale, filling the belly, sending the hips back, bringing the gaze forward to come into our cow pose. And exhale, round through the spine, release the neck down, drop the tailbone, coming into our high Halloween cat. Again, inhale to cow pose. Exhale to Halloween cat. Continuing this motion at your own breath pace. Maybe closing your eyes if that feels nice to you. Gently just warming up that spine. Taking 2 more full breath cycles here. And on your next exhale, meeting back in that neutral tabletop position. Warming up a little bit more, we're going to be coming into thread the needle. So placing more weight into the left hand, begin to reach the right arm up. And exhale, bring that right shoulder down to the mat, thread that right arm through the left. Inhale to reach the left arm up into the sky. And if you'd like, you can bring that around the body, coming into a slight twist. Taking a few breaths here. On every exhale, allowing yourself to sink deeper into the mat. Warming up that shoulder. Twisting open that chest. On your next exhale, release that left arm back down to the mat. Use it to press yourself back up, bringing that right arm into the sky, and then replacing it back down on your mat. Same thing on the other side. More weight into the right hand. Inhale to lift the left arm up. Exhale, bring the left shoulder down to the mat, thread that arm through. On your inhale, begin to bring the right arm into the sky, maybe wrapping it around, coming into a slight bind. On every exhale, allowing yourself to sink deeper into this. Not noticing too much where your hips are or how much your chest is twisted, just allowing yourself to enjoy this pose. Taking one last big breath here. On the inhale, raising or bringing that right hand back down to the mat, using it to press yourself back up, bringing the left arm into the sky, and then setting it back down on the mat. Spread your knees a little bit wider here, sending them out towards the side of the mat, and begin to shift your weight back, bringing the hips down as we come into our child's pose. Reach the arms forward, bring the forehead down to the mat, and bring it back to that breath here. Again, with every inhale, trying to fill the belly, the lungs, and the chest. Getting a full, nourishing breath every inhale, and completely releasing that air with every exhale. Taking a few more breaths in this position. Whenever you're ready, on an inhale, begin to come back up to tabletop. And on an exhale, we're going to send our weight back over our legs once again, this time coming just to sit over our knees. If you're comfortable, feel free to stay here, or if you'd like to stretch out the feet a little bit, you can come up onto the toes and sit back. Maybe you'd like to reach around and really make sure all your toes are fanned out. I know my pinky toes sometimes get a little stuck. And just take a couple breaths here. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable. I know this can be a pretty intense stretch since we spend most of our days with our feet in shoes and they get all nice and scrunched together. So we are just going to try and open those up just a little bit. On your next exhale, come out of that. Take a breath. Awesome job. Now here's when we're going to start a little bit of our knee work and warming up our legs. So if you have a blanket, that's awesome. You can lay it down over your mat. If not, that's no big deal. We're just going to take our mat and fold it in half. Now, if you'd like, you can even fold it in 3/4 or a third. I'm just going to stick with a half, but whatever is comfortable for you, and you'll be able to feel it. If any of this is uncomfortable on your knees, you can go ahead and stop anyways. So coming up so that our pelvis is facing the side of the room, we are up on our knees. Go ahead and take that right leg and bring it in front of you. Nice 45-degree angle here. We're going to pop our back left toes, and here we're going to work on activating the glute and the hamstring. So on your next inhale, squeeze the glute to pull the foot up, to pull the heel towards the hamstring. Exhale, release. Nice job. Again, inhale. Hands can come to the hips if that's comfortable. Squeeze the glute, pull the heel up. And exhale, release. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale, squeeze the glute, pull the heel up. Exhale, release. One last time. Inhale, squeeze the glute, pull the heel up. And exhale, release. You can release those toes down, coming onto the top of the foot. And we're going to take this right leg and just bring it a little bit more forward. Nice job. On your next exhale, begin to shift the weight forward. This time, squeeze the right glute, pull the body back up. Exhale, shift the weight forward. Inhale, squeeze the right glute to come back up. 2 more times. Exhale, shift forward. Inhale, squeeze the right glute. Exhale, shift forward. This time we're going to stay here and bring our left hand down to the mat. On your inhale, begin to shift the left arm up, twisting towards, or the right arm up, shifting towards the left side of the room, coming into a nice twist. Continuing to shift our weight forward to sink down into this pose. If you'd like to make this a little bit deeper, you can reach back and lift up that left foot, trying to catch the top of the foot. This is a really nice quad stretch. Awesome job. On your next exhale, release that foot down. Hands come back down to the center. Again, squeeze that right glute, pull the body up. Go ahead and set this knee back on the mat, this time bringing the left foot forward. Nice. So again, starting with that glute activation on the right cheek, go ahead and pop those right toes back onto the mat. Hands can come to the hips. And on the inhale, begin to squeeze the right glute to lift the right heel up to the hamstring. Exhale, release. Good. Again, inhale, squeeze the glute, lift the heel. And exhale, release. 2 more times. Inhale, squeeze the hamstring, squeeze the glute. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale, squeeze the glute, lift the heel up. And exhale, release. Nice job. Release that foot back down to the mat. Maybe bring the left leg just a little bit farther. And on your next inhale, begin to shift the weight forward. Squeeze the left glute. Come back up. Exhale, shift the weight forward. Inhale, squeeze the left glute to lift back up. 2 more times. Exhale, shift the weight forward. Inhale, squeeze to come back up. Exhale, shift the weight forward. This time, bring the right hand down to the mat. Inhale to lift the left arm up, coming into a twist. Taking a few breaths here. Again, if you would like to deepen this stretch, you can do so by reaching that left arm back, trying to catch the right foot in your hand. Taking a few breaths here. On your next exhale, releasing that leg back down to the floor. We are going to be bringing this leg back up. Awesome job. Replacing on your mat. You can go ahead and uncurl your mat if it was curled up. Feel free also to use a blanket if it's there whenever your knees need a little bit more support. We are going to be meeting back in that position up on the knees, taking the right foot forward once again, this time though for pigeon. So we're really going to put it right on the edge of our mat, bringing our arms down, releasing into this pose. If forearms are too intense, you can always come up onto the palms of the hands. We're really just trying to get a nice inner thigh stretch here on that right side. If you find that your knee is kind of bowing out towards the right side, again, engage that right glute to pull the knee back up. We're going to be here for about 5 more breaths. On your next inhale, begin to walk yourself back up onto the palms of your hands if you're not already there. And moving into our pigeon pose, you're going to heel toe your right leg across the mat. Bring it so that the whole foot is resting down. Now don't worry about having a perfect 45-degree angle here. Just go ahead and put your leg wherever is comfortable. Again, you can stay up on the palms of your hands, or you can come down onto your forearms. If you're ever in this pose and you want to check your position, all you have to do is come back onto the back toes. So popping those left toes under, you'll notice if you're leaning to one side or the other, that will even the body out. So deepening our breaths here. Again, we're going to be here for about 5 breaths, doing whatever feels comfortable for your body. Just gently warming up these muscles in our lower legs. On your next inhale, begin to walk yourself back up. We're going to pop our left toes under, lift our left knee up off the mat, and bring this right leg back to meet the left in a downward facing dog. Walking it out here. This is our first downward facing dog of our practice. So go ahead and play around with the foot placement. Maybe pedaling the feet, sending one heel down and then the other. Awesome job. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring the left foot forward towards the edge of the mat for lizard. Release that back right knee down to the mat. And again, just like on the other side, take whatever is most comfortable. So you can choose to stay up on the palms of the hands, maybe come down onto the forearms. Again, we're just trying to have a nice big inner thigh stretch here. But of course, if the movement is ever too much or the position, you can always come out of it. Again, we want to make sure that knee is not bowing off to the side, that it's staying nice and tall. And we're going to be here for just a few more breaths. On your next inhale, begin to make your way into that pigeon pose by heel toeing the foot across the mat. Maybe releasing down onto the forearms if that's comfortable for you. Again, maybe popping those back toes to see if your hips are in alignment. And taking just a few nourishing breaths here. Again, playing with that 3-part breath of breathing into the belly, the lungs, and the chest. Noticing that even in different positions, you're still able to really move the diaphragm and breathe deeply. Taking your final breaths here. On your next inhale, coming back onto the palms of the hands if you're not there already. Tucking those right toes under, lifting the right knee up off the mat, and moving back into downward facing dog. Sending the hips up, sending the heels down, spreading the fingertips. And taking a few breaths here. On your next exhale, bending ankles, knees, and hips, begin to walk the hands back to meet the feet, coming into a forward fold. Nice big bend in the knees here, nice big bend in the ankles. Again, we're just warming up that lower body. We're not trying to overstretch. Maybe taking ragdoll by grabbing opposite elbows and swaying back and forth. Really releasing the neck. And with every exhale, sinking deeper towards those legs. On your next exhale, release the hands down, press through the feet to roll up through the spine, bringing the arms up, bringing them over our chest, and exhale, releasing. Awesome job. We are going to be moving into a few standing sequences. So coming to the top of your mat, first we're going to be coming into a nice tree pose. So putting more weight into the right foot, go ahead and lift that left leg up off the mat and just kind of find some balance. Now there are 3 different options that you can choose for tree. You can have your toes down on the floor with your heel popped on your shin. You can have your whole foot resting on your shin, or you can bring the foot to rest on the upper inner thigh, just making sure you're not putting any weight on that standing knee. Whatever you choose to do is totally fine. It's just all about what you think your body can handle at this moment. So finding a nice spot to focus on the inhale, bringing the arms up and out. We're going to play around with our balance a little bit, moving through a tilted tree. So on the exhale, or on the inhale, moving towards that leg, moving towards the left leg, shifting the weight over, and inhale back through center. Exhale over to the right, and inhale back to center. One last time. Exhale over to the left leg, inhale back through center, and exhale over to the right, and inhale back to center. Nice job. Go ahead and take that leg, and we already have this thigh inner spiraled, so we're just going to take the foot and set it over that standing thigh. Foot is dorsiflexed, toes are pointing down towards the mat. Again, we're not putting any weight on our standing knee. On your inhale, bring your arms up and over your chest. Now, if you're comfortable, feel free to stay here, or if you'd like to challenge yourself on your exhale, begin to send the hips back, sitting down into this pose. Still keeping a nice straight spine, nice strong core. We're not hunching over into this. Nice strong shoulders, broadening through the chest. On your next exhale, sink a little bit deeper. You got this. One more time. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. And inhale, come up, shake out that standing leg. Nice job. Bring our feet together. We're going to move into some chair poses. On the inhale, reaching the arms up, and exhale, sending the hips back. Taking a breath here. If you're comfortable, feel free to stay here, or you can move into drinking bird by sending the arms back, lifting the heels up. Again, nice straight spine, broadening through the chest. Exhale, send the heels down, reach the arms back up to come back into chair. Inhale, extend up, keep the arms nice and tall. On the exhale, sending the hips back once again, coming into our chair pose. Moving into drinking birds, send the arms back, lift the heels up. Take a breath. Exhale back to chair, send the heels down, lift the arms up, extend back up once again, keeping those arms nice and lifted. Again, exhale to chair, send the hips back, reach the arms forward. Moving into our drinking bird, send the arms back, lift the heels up. Take a breath here. Exhale, sending the heels back down. Inhale, lifting the arms once again, but staying in this chair pose. We're going to transition into a twisted chair. So on the exhale, bring the hands over the chest and begin to sink just a little bit deeper. On your next exhale, twist towards the right leg so that the left or the right elbow is pointing up towards the sky. Left elbow is pointing down towards the mat. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper to bring that left elbow to rest over that right thigh. Begin to put more weight into the right foot, starting by just lifting the left toes up. Just like we did before with that glute activation, squeeze the left glute to lift the left heel towards the hamstring. On your next exhale, begin to extend that leg out, coming into a twisted lunge. Awesome job. Now we are going to be transitioning into a warrior two. So on the inhale, engage the core to pull the arms up onto the chest. We are going to inner spiral that back heel and exhale to open the arms out into our warrior two. Squeezing that right glute to open the hips up, reaching forward with that right hand. On your exhale, moving into a peaceful warrior, left hand comes behind the back, right arm reaches over. Inhale back through center. Exhale, moving into extended side angle, right forearm to right thigh, reaching the left arm over. Engage the core, pull the weight out of that arm. We're just using it there for balance. We're not using it there to help support the weight. Inhale back through center. Again, exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale back through center. Exhale, extended side angle. One last time. Inhale, back through center, moving to peaceful warrior. Exhale, back through center, moving into extended side angle. On your inhale, moving back through center, we're going to cartwheel the arms down to frame the foot and step our weight forward, coming into a forward fold. Hanging out here for a second, taking a breath, and on the inhale, sweeping the arms up, bringing the hands over our chest, and releasing down. Wonderful job. Doing that same thing on the other side, putting more weight into the left foot. Go ahead and reach that right foot up, just wiggling it around a little bit, finding some stability, and moving into that tree pose, whether you're placing it below or above the knee. Inhale, arms come up, and exhale out to the side. Again, we're going to be playing with that tilted tree. So on the exhale, tilting towards that bent leg, towards the right side. Inhale, back through center. Exhale over to the left. And inhale, back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. And exhale to the left. And inhale to center. Awesome job. Drop the arms. We are going to be internally rotating that thigh, taking that leg and placing it over the standing knee. Again, the left or the right foot is dorsiflexed, toes pointing down towards the mat. Inhale, reaching the arms up and resting the hands over the chest. If you're comfortable, feel free to stay here, or on the exhale, begin to send the hips back. Bend the left knee. Again, nice strong spine here. If you're wiggling around, that's totally okay. I am too. On your next exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Whoop. One more time. On the exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale to extend back up. Shake out that standing left leg. And prepare to move into our chair pose. So top of our mat once again. Feet are right next to each other. On the inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, sit the hips back. Again, if you're comfortable, feel free to stay here, or you can move into our drinking bird by sending the arms back, lifting the heels up. And exhale, back to chair. Send the heels down. Bring the arms forward. Inhale to extend. Keep those arms nice and lifted. Again, exhale to chair. Send the hips back. Inhale to drinking bird, lift the heels, send the arms back. Exhale to chair and extend to stand back up once again. One more time. On the exhale, send the hips back, move into our chair pose. Inhale to drinking bird, lift the heels, broaden through the chest. And exhale to chair. This time, we're going to be moving into our twisted chair, so bringing the hands to rest over our chest. On the exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Twisting so that the left elbow is pointing up towards the sky, right elbow is pointing down. Go ahead and shift your weight so that that right arm is resting on that left thigh. Begin to pull the weight into the left foot, first just by wiggling those right toes, maybe lifting the heel a little bit. And then just like we did earlier, squeeze that right glute to lift the heel up towards the hamstring and extend that leg back. Nice job. Inhale, hands to heart center, and our spiral that back heel and cartwheel the arms open, coming into our warrior two. Taking a breath here, twisting the thoracic spine open, gazing long over those fingertips. On the exhale, moving into our peaceful warrior, right hand comes behind our back, left arm reaches over. Inhale, extending back up, and exhale, extended side angle, left forearm to left thigh, reaching the right arm over. Again, here engaging the core, lifting the weight up out of that forearm. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, transition to our extended side angle. inhale, peaceful warrior. And inhale, extended side angle. On your next inhale, coming back up through center, framing the foot, cartwheeling the hands down. Inhale to step forward, coming into a forward fold. On your next inhale, reaching the arms up. And taking a breath, releasing the hands over your chest. And releasing them down. Wonderful job. Now we are going to be turning towards the long end of our mat and jumping or stepping our feet wide. Nice. Go ahead and turn your toes out slightly to the side. Inhale to reach the arms up. And exhale, bend the knees, send the hips down to come into our goddess pose. Filling the chest here. Making sure that we are tucking our tailbone under. We don't want to be reaching back. We really want to be engaging the glutes and the inner thighs to bring those hips forward. Now, if you're comfortable, feel free to stay here. We're going to play around a little bit with balance. So on your next inhale, begin to lift the right heel up. And exhale, set it back down. Inhale to lift the left heel up. Exhale, sit it back down. Again, inhale, right heel up. Exhale, release. Inhale, left heel up. And release. Now if you'd like to challenge yourself even more on your next inhale, begin to lift both heels up off the mat, balancing on your toes, maybe getting a little shaky. I know I am. And exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, lift the heels up. Breathe. Even here, trying that 3-part breath. Really breathing into the belly. Exhale, release. Nice. Inhale to reach up. Starfish, reaching out through all 4 corners. Toes come towards the side of the mat. And exhale, forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Bringing the hands down to the mat. Releasing the neck on every exhale, sinking a little bit deeper. If you're comfortable, feel free to stay here. If not, we're going to move into a few twists. So shifting over towards that right leg, left arm reaches to either sit next to that foot or grab that ankle. Right arm reaches up into the sky. If you're comfortable, feel free to stay here, or you can take that right hand into a slight bind. Remembering to release down towards those legs with every exhale. We're here for 3 more breaths. On your inhale, moving back through center and beginning to make our way over to that left leg, taking the right hand, wrapping it around the ankle and reaching that left arm up into the sky. Maybe taking the bind if that feels comfortable. Taking a few more breaths here. And on your next exhale, releasing those hands back down. Maybe bending your knees one at a time, sending the hips from side to side, shaking out here. Now, wherever the top of your mat is, on your next exhale, begin to bring the hands towards that side of the room as you take those toes to point them towards the top of the room. Go ahead and pop those back toes and step back into a high plank. Moving through our chaturanga on the exhale, bring the chest down to the floor. Starting out with baby cobra, turn the fingertips out towards the side, shoulders or elbows over wrists on the inhale. Broaden through the chest, squeeze the scapulas back to come into our baby cobra. Gazes down towards the mat. Taking a couple big belly breaths here. And on your next exhale, moving through tabletop, coming into a downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. This is one of our resting poses, so if you'd like, you can bring the knees down wide, coming into a child's pose. Maybe grabbing some water. We're going to take about 10 breaths here, so doing whatever you need for your body in that time. Beginning to think about making your way back into that downward facing dog. And once you're here, trying to find some stability. Really spreading the fingertips wide, pressing into all parts of the hands. Lifting the hips up and pressing the heels down. You want to make sure you can see wrinkles in your ankles as well as wrinkles in your wrists. If you need to, feel free to have a slight bend in the knees. Doing whatever feels good for you. Finding a little bit of stability, begin to shift more weight into the left foot as you lift the right heel up, coming into a three-legged dog. On the inhale, begin to pull the knee into the chest, pause, pull the knee a little bit higher, and exhale back to three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to chest once again, this time crossing over the body towards the left elbow. Pause, and exhale, three-legged dog. Again, inhale, knee to chest, this time over towards that right elbow. Pause, pull it higher, and exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, this time knee comes into the chest and sets in between the two hands at the top of the mat. Moving into our crescent lunge. On the inhale, begin to reach the arms up. On every inhale, reaching long through the spine, long through the fingertips, and every exhale, sinking deeper into that front right leg. Taking a breath here. Moving into our airplane poses. On the inhale, begin to extend that right knee to straighten the leg. And on the exhale, moving into airplane, sweep the arms back, bend the knee, and pull the chest down. And inhale, extend back up. Exhale to airplane, send the arms back, pull the chest down. And inhale to extend. Nice, 3 more times. Exhale to airplane, pull the chest down, send the arms back. Inhale to extend back up. Exhale to airplane. Inhale, extend. Last time. Exhale to airplane, this time holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job keeping that knee bent here. Just sweep the arms back up, coming into our crescent lunge. And making our way into our warrior 3, you can bring the hands to rest over the chest. Shift the weight forward, straightening that right leg. And on the exhale, with the left leg dorsiflex, trying to keep a nice straight line from the head all the way down to the foot, begin to tilt at the hips to squeeze that left glute to pull the leg just a little bit higher. Coming into our warrior 3. Taking a few breaths, trying to find a place to focus. Gazes down towards the mat. On your exhale, gently place that leg back down on the mat. Cartwheel the hands, step that right foot back in chaturanga, move through your vinyasa. This time maybe coming into a full cobra or an upward facing dog with only 4 points of contact, the hands on the top of the feet. And at your own breath pace, moving back into that downward facing dog. Again, using this rope pose as a resting pose, taking those nourishing breaths. Walking out any part of the body that feels a little tight. Beginning to find some stability on the inhale, shifting weight into the right leg. Inhale to lift the left leg up off the mat, three-legged dog. Inhale, pull the left knee into the chest. Pause, pull it a little bit closer. And exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to chest, this time over towards that right elbow, crossing the body. Pause. Pull it a little bit closer. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to chest, this time over towards the left elbow. Pause. Pull it a little bit closer. Exhale, three-legged dog. This time, inhale, pull that knee into the chest and place it between the two hands at the top of the mat. Moving into our crescent lunge, inhale to pull the weight into the core, sweep the arms up. And on every inhale, reaching through the spine and the fingertips. And every exhale, sinking deeper into that front leg. Taking a few breaths here. Moving into our airplane pose. On the inhale, straighten that left leg up. And exhale, bend the knee, shift the weight forward to pull the chest down, and sweep the arms back. Inhale, back to extend up. Exhale, airplane, pull the chest down, sweep the arms back. Inhale to extend back up. Exhale to airplane. Inhale, extend 2 more times. Exhale to airplane, pull the chest down. And inhale to extend. Exhale to airplane, this time holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Sweep the arms up here, staying in that crescent lunge. Bring the hands down to the chest and move into our warrior 3 by stepping up to pull the weight forward, dorsiflexing the back right leg, and gently hinging at the hips and squeezing the right glute to pull that back leg up. Taking a breath here, gazes down towards the mat. And on your next exhale, gently sending that leg back down to the mat, cartwheeling our hands down, stepping back and moving through our vinyasa. And at your own pace, going back to that downward facing dog. Finding some stability here. On your next exhale, gently bend the knees, send the hips back, come all the way down to the mat. Sitting back on our knees and moving forward into tabletop. Again, we're going to be doing a little bit of work on our knees, and if it's uncomfortable at all, feel free to fold up your mat or put a blanket on underneath. First, we are going to be moving into upper dog pose. So putting more weight into our right hand, go ahead and bring the left leg back. On your next inhale, begin to pull the left arm forward as we squeeze the back right glute to bring that foot up as well. Now, if you're comfortable, feel free to stay here, or if you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit, we can move into some bird dog crunches. So on your next exhale, begin to bring the left elbow to the right knee to crunch in, and exhale, extend. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend, keep squeezing that right glute. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend 2 more times. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, elbow to knee. And extend. Now go ahead and keep that up. Just like we did earlier, we're going to work on a little bit of threading the needle. So keeping that back right glute nice and extended, nice and engaged. On your next exhale, begin to thread the left arm through, bringing the left shoulder down to the mat. And inhale, back to bird dog. Exhale, left shoulder down to the mat, thread the arm through. Inhale, back to bird dog, keep engaging that back glute. 1 more time, exhale, left shoulder down to the mat. And inhale to extend back up. Go ahead and bring the hand and the knee back down to the mat. Maybe send the hips from side to side. Take a little breath here. And whenever you're ready, we're going to be doing that same thing on the other side. So putting more weight into the left hand. Go ahead and bring those back, left toes back. Inhale, extend the right arm forward and squeeze the left glute to lift the leg up off the mat. Again, if you'd like, you can just stay here, or you can move in to our dynamic crunches. On the inhale, move the right elbow to the left knee. Inhale, extend, or exhale, extend. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend, keep squeezing that back glute. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend, 2 more times. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Now, just like earlier, moving into that thread the needle pose, keeping that nice back left glute engaged. On the exhale, send the right shoulder down to the mat. Keep squeezing that left glute. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bring that shoulder down to the mat. Inhale, back up. 1 last time. Exhale, bring the right shoulder down to the mat. Thread the arm through. Inhale, back up through center. Go ahead and bring that right hand back down to the mat, the left knee, and send the hips from side to side. We are going to be moving into a little bit more wrist work. If you need to, take a break and really just stretch out those wrists by putting the palms or the tops of the hands down on the mat, then shifting to the palms and just moving through that a couple times. You can also shake out the wrists. And we're going to be moving into some plank poses. If those are too intense on your wrists right now, feel free to go down onto your forearms. So shifting the weight forward, shoulders over wrists, stepping the feet back, moving into our high plank. Taking a breath here. Again, you can go down onto that forearm if you need to. Taking a few breaths here, breathing into the upper back. If you're comfortable, feel free to stay here, or you can move into a side plank by shifting the weight into the right hand, stacking the feet on top of each other and bringing the left arm up. Moving through this a little bit dynamically. If you'd like to, on the exhale, bring the hips down to hover above the mat. Inhale to press through the side body to lift up. Exhale, drop towards the mat and hover. Inhale, press through the side body. One more time. Exhale, shift down to hover above the mat. Inhale, send the weight up. Stretch through the side body. Awesome job. Move back to that neutral high plank. And we're going to be coming into that same thing on the other side. So putting more weight into the left hand, stacking the feet on top of each other and reaching the right arm up. Again, moving through this dynamically. If you'd like, exhale, send the hips down to hover above the mat. Inhale, press through the side body to lift up. Exhale, send the weight down to hover. Inhale, press through the side body to lift up. One last time. Exhale to hover. Inhale, press through the side body, lift up. Nice job. Go ahead and come back to that neutral tabletop. On your next exhale, send the knees down, shift the weight back, and go ahead and shift onto one side and swing the legs around, coming into a nice sitting position. Now we are going to be moving into a few dynamic boat poses, and then we'll be coming down onto the mat, so you're almost there. So moving into our boat, our knees are going to be together, our feet are going to be flat on the floor, knees facing up, hands first coming to support our spine. And on the inhale, begin to lift the knees up. Now if you'd like, hands can stay here, or they can come by your side. Moving into a nice extended poses. On the exhale, we're going to extend to hover above the mat. And inhale, come back up to boat. Exhale, extend and hover. Inhale, back up to boat. 3 more times. Exhale, extend and hover. Inhale, back up to boat. Exhale, extend and hover. Inhale, back up to boat. Exhale, extend and hover. This time holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Awesome job. Release all the way down to the mat. Take a breath here. And then we are going to move through a few more glute activation poses. So go ahead and squeeze the glutes to pull the heels in. Took my mat with me that time. Feet are flat on the floor, knees are facing up, arms are by your side. On your inhale, begin to squeeze the glutes to lift the hips up, coming into bridge. Press through the shoulder blades to broaden through the chest. Squeeze the midline, pulling the inner thighs towards each other. And exhale to release. Again, inhale, lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, press through the shoulders to broaden through the chest. And exhale, release. 3 more times. Inhale, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, press through the shoulders. And exhale, release. Again, inhale, squeeze the glutes to lift the hips. And exhale, release. Last time, inhale, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, press through the shoulders, broaden through the chest, squeeze in towards the midline, and keep squeezing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Amazing job. Go ahead and extend that left leg down onto the mat, and inhale to pull the right knee into the chest, giving it a little bitty hug. we are going to work on stretching our hamstrings a little bit. If this extension is too much for you, you can always grab a strap or a belt, or even just grab your leg at a lower place. So if I'm trying to grab my foot, maybe just working on grabbing the calf or the back of the thigh. So on your next inhale, begin to gently extend that leg up. Here our hands are just on the back of our hamstring. Taking a breath here, maybe trying to pull that leg just a little bit closer to you. And if you'd like, you can take your right fingertips to reach up and grab that right big toe, the outside of the foot, or the back of the calf. Wherever you are, just trying to extend that leg. You can have a nice little micro bend in the knee if that's comfortable for you. And on your next exhale, gently begin to bring that foot out to the side. Taking a breath. We're not trying to get it all the way down to the floor or anything like that. We're just trying to have a nice range of motion for that hip. On your next inhale, extending back up through center. Release the foot to pull the knee back into the chest again. And moving into a supine twist, begin to bring that knee over the midline as you extend both arms out. Maybe bringing your gaze over to those right fingertips. Closing your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And again, coming back to that 3-part breath. Trying to fill the belly, the lungs, and the chest with every inhale. On your next inhale, begin to pull that knee back into the chest and release the leg back down. Same thing on the other side. Inhale to pull the left knee into the chest, giving it a little hug. If you'd like, feel free to stay here, or on your inhale, begin to extend that leg. Taking a breath here. Maybe trying to grab the calf, or maybe the big toe or the outside of the foot. And on your next exhale, gently bringing that leg out to the side. Just gently stretching it. On your next inhale, moving back through center, bending that knee, pulling the chest in, or the knee into the chest once again, and moving into that supine twist by crossing the knee over the midline as you extend both arms out. Maybe bringing your gaze over to those left fingertips and gently closing your eyes. Again, focusing on the breath here. On your inhale, beginning to move back through center, pulling that left knee into the chest, and this time bringing the right knee in as well, hugging both knees into the chest. Maybe gently rocking side to side to massage the lower back. And if you'd like to, maybe coming into a happy baby by bringing the feet above you, grabbing the big toe or the outside of the foot. Again, continuing to gently rock side to side. And whenever you're ready, gently releasing the feet, extending them down on the mat. Maybe bringing your arms by your side and relaxing into our final relaxation pose of Shavasana. We'll be going through 10 breaths together, and I'll be counting the inhales and the exhales. On your next exhale, release completely. And inhale 1, exhale 1, inhale 2, Exhale, 2. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 3. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 4. Inhale, 5. Exhale, 5. Inhale, 6. Exhale, 6. Inhale, 7. Exhale, 7. Inhale, 8. Exhale, 8. Inhale, 9. Exhale, 9. Inhale, 10. Exhale, 10. Return to your own natural breath pace. And on every exhale, allow your body to sink deeper into this pose. If you would like to continue this Shavasana, I encourage you to do so. On your next inhale, beginning to reach your arms up over your head and stretching just like you do when you wake up in the morning. And at your own pace, gently roll onto your favorite side, resting your head in your hands. Taking your final breaths of the practice and thanking yourself for making time to come onto your mat today. Using as little energy as possible, begin to press yourself up into a cross-legged position, bringing your head up last. On your inhale, reaching your arms up, bringing the palms together and resting them over your chest. Namaste. All right, you guys, that is all we have today. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope to see you next time. We do have a survey and the link in the description box down below, and I'd really love to hear something that you enjoyed about this class, as well as maybe any constructive criticism or ideas that you have for next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much.